Hey everybody, this is KJ with Command Solutions. How are you doing today? Hey, I want to talk a little bit about some flood safety tips today. I'm out in the St. Louis area. We've got some major flooding that's going on. We also have some flash flood warnings that are out. So quickly, the differences between flood warnings is that, hey, we know the flood water is coming, it's rising, the rivers are coming up. We know that we might have to evacuate our home, our business. So hey, if we know that we're going to evacuate, I hope that we've already got our go bags in place and that we know what we're going to take with us. But now a flash flood happens in a low-lying area. One time on the fire department, we even responded to a shopping mall that had a strip mall to it, like a grocery store and some other outlying buildings, that the drains backed up. It rained so hard that all of a sudden that whole area was flooded and people were trapped inside the stores. So, but almost as quickly as it went up, it came down. Whereas where this type of flooding is rising slowly and it's going to go down slowly. But when you're having that flash flood and you're going to like a low-lying area and you think you want to drive through it, if that water is moving through there at a rapid rate and it's about 6 inches, that's enough to drown out your car and stall it. About a foot of water can begin to float your car away. So you want to be conscious of that. Don't get swept away because you're trying to walk in 6 inches of water. So now we've covered flash floods and we've covered flood warning. So I want to talk about going to the site. We're going to try to clean up some. Before we left our structure, because we had the flood warning going, we shut off the breaker, we shut off our gas, and now we're back. So you want to do some work inside, and don't just go in and turn your breaker back on until you've had the electric company come out and certify that it's safe to do that. But also remember that if you do turn your breaker on, do not be standing on any wet surface when you turn your breakers back on. You must be on a completely dry environment to turn your breakers back on. So, but now we're trying to work with, remember that the water can be nasty. It's got yuck in it. It's got diseases in it because it's flood water. You don't know where that water's been that's washed into your home or your business. So dress up. Got your boots and your gloves and things on like that to keep the water off of you. If you've been in water like that and you had to be in water like that, go to your local type pharmacy or even an urgent care after you've been exposed to flood water and get that tetanus shot. So, but the one thing I want to talk about today is now you are doing some work and you're trying to do some cleanup, and you've had your power turned back on, and maybe you weren't even able to get it on, so you went to the local hardware store and you grabbed a generator. What I want you to remember about generators is that they do not have a GFCI built into them. And what am I talking about? A GFCI, which is a ground fault interrupter, basically. So it's going to shut the equipment off before that you could get shocked. So if you're going to work and you're going to use a generator, what I want you to remember is that most generators do not have a built-in ground fault interrupter. So if you've got extension cords that are out in the rain and things like that, you can get electrocuted from using your generator. Also, you're in the house and now you've decided to plug in, you've got your power back on, and you're still running your cords through some maybe some damp areas, some water. You want to use some type of ground fault interrupter. So what you might want to use is, I'm having a hard time seeing today, so it takes me a little while to flip around. There we go. So on your flood safety tip, okay? So one thing that you can use is a portable ground fault interrupter. This one I've got in my hand is a Husky brand, but there's several brands out there. You can pick this up for under $30, and you can use that when you're working on your around the home and you're plugging directly into an outlet that doesn't have a ground fault interrupter on it, or once again you're using that generator which you know does not have a ground fault on it. So plug one of these in so that it can cut, if there's an electrical short due to water, it can shut that off before you get the jolt. So don't get jolted, get an interrupter so that you can work safely out there. So that's a quick couple tips for today. And see if I can flip this one more time, because it's so bright out here today that I'm kind of working blind on my camera, so I hope it works all right. So guys, be safe out there, avoid the water. If you come to that low-lying area and it's got water rushing across there, remember, turn around, don't drown, arrive safe at home. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.